always like the third choice. I always like the third choice. When the choice is either or, I always choose neither. Play the guitar loud? Yeah, sorta, maybe, sometimes, but better yet, set it up real loud and then play it quietly. Just seems more fun to me. Saint Valentine's Day is upon us, 6 days from today. Striking fear into the heart of everyone, I think. Fear for men that they will screw it up yet again, and fear for women that he will prove to be a disappointment yet again. Women have such elaborate expectations that were it not for the sex and romance part, they surely would be more happily married to other women who understand their elaborate expectations. And men don't understand that they don't need to deliver on those elaborate expectations. They really don't. They don't need to elaborate on Saint Valentine's Day. They need to take it by assault. They need to take it by outsized display of affection, of ardor, lust. And that will make up for any bullet point lapses on her list of expectations. But this is all a part of the idea of male leadership in marriage. St. Valentine's Day makes men feel at a loss because they feel that they're put upon, but my goodness, St. Valentine's Day is one of those incredibly romantic holidays on the calendar. Any day of the year can be the most romantic day of your marriage, or the most romantic day this year, or the most romantic day in recent memory. Any day can be that day, but certain days on the calendar, her expectations really work to his advantage, and he should respond accordingly. St. Valentine's Day is not a great big onerous, peril-ridden gauntlet for a man to run, and instead it is an opportunity for him to quicken his marriage in a way that he might not be able to accomplish on another day because of expectations. It's a wonderful thing. This is a wonderful day. This should be a wonderful experience in your marriage. And it's reasonable to suppose that in many marriages it isn't, but that's sad. It's really sad, and the responsibility for correcting it ultimately is his, because the leadership responsibility in the marriage is his. This St. Valentine's Day is a perfect opportunity for men to take back the reins in their marriage and demonstrate to her what it was that led her to marry him in the first place. The film version of the book 50 Shades of Grey opens on St. Valentine's Day, or on February 13th maybe. That would be appropriate to have an anti-lovers day like we have anti-saints day on Dias de la Muerte, however I say it. Halloween. The day before All Saints Day, the day before St. Valentine's Day, we should have a day devoted to the hatred of love, just to tell the truth for a change. So maybe 50 Shades of Grey opens on the 13th, and that would be extremely appropriate if it did. I've written about 50 Shades of Grey in the past. I wrote about it at freetheanimal.com, and I echoed that on Self-Adoration last fall. I've written about it in other circumstances also. I am aghast at the 50 Shades of Grey phenomenon. It is insane to me that so many women could conflate aggression with affection. We'll come back to that. But it kind of matters to me. I have a dog in this race, in the sense that I'm very much in favor of male dominance in the bedroom. not as expression of hatred or aggression or contempt, humiliation, degradation, not any of those things, but that's the way that mammals like us make love. Sexual dominance, male sexual dominance is the norm across the animal kingdom. It is a very rare exception. You can find some outlier exceptions, and 3 cheers for you as usual. I reject all outliers, and I reject all outlier-based quibbles, because all they are is quibbles. When one particular pattern is ubiquitous and it's occasionally violated or very rarely violated, that doesn't mean anything. It's the ubiquitous pattern that matters. And in the animal kingdom, male dominance, male sexual dominance is the norm. Certainly among penetrative species that insemination takes place by that fertilization, or whatever you want to call it, that the joining of the 2 sets of DNA takes place by means of penetration, by means of inserting a penis, his penis, into her body. This is a sexually dominant act just by itself, but all of the precursor and concomitant events will also be very much driven by the man, by the male. And this is certainly true of human romantic relationships. I talk about this in Father's Day, that it's his relationship from the very beginning, because he's the only person who's actually interested in having a relationship. He's the one who's really driving the process, because he's the one who wants the relationship. He wants the ongoing relationship. He wants the recurring sex, for one thing, but what he also wants is the romantic relationship and the storagic relationship, the enduring love of families. He's looking to make an affiliation with a woman who will stand by his side for his entire life. And she's looking for that also, but it is his job to pursue it. He's the pursuer, she's the pursued. This is the way we are made in nature. There is absolutely no way to argue against this or shout it down. There is no rhetorical path to supervening nature. That nature, to be commanded, must be obeyed, and this is one of the ways that it is obeyed, is that a successful human romantic relationship will be driven by the male. It will be dominated by the male, up to and including the sex act. The sex will be driven by the male, which is not to say that the woman cannot be sexually aggressive and cannot pursue her own avenues to fulfillment, either alone or with him. But their actual marital fulfillment will come to fruition in the overwhelming majority of cases, because he has driven the process. He's the one with the urgent, ardent need to copulate, and she will engage in that fornicative act in the overwhelming number of cases because he wants it more. He wants it first. He wants it harder. He wants it sooner. He wants it more. And that's why they will make love, is because he wants it more. And when they stop making love, it will be because he doesn't want to make love with her. And that kind of dominance is absolutely necessary. I take it a step further in my own marriage, and I think probably this is so in a lot of marriages. We are so much at war with real love, with the only kind of love that human beings can express, that we deliberately forbear to discuss any of this. We will not talk about any of this. We won't take sex seriously. On the one hand, we will titter and smirk all day about it. On the other hand, we will never, ever, ever discuss it seriously in a way that will result in better results. But there is a level of aggressive play that goes into normal, happy human lovemaking that can seem to cross the line into sadism, masochism, the things that are being celebrated in 50 Shades of Grey. This is not so. This is not true. The difference is one we've talked about before, that Loki's love can be expressed with aggression, but it's play fighting. And play fighting is affection. It is not aggression. Play fighting is affection. That slap and tickle, what we call it when young people in particular are learning how to explore each other's bodies. Slap and tickle is not just tickle. There's a slap involved. And the slap is a spank. And the spank is meant to sting a little bit. It's meant to cause a little bit of pain. But that little bit of pain is a cipher. It's a pantomime. It's not intended to cause real pain, and it's not intended to threaten real pain. It's intended to pantomime pain and the associated fear that goes with pain. And this pantomime is fun. It's exactly like the experience of riding a roller coaster, that a roller coaster induces in you, in your snake brain and in your mammal brain, induces in you incredible fear because of you're going, the only speed there is, Heinlein said the only speed there is fast enough to break your neck. You're going fast enough to break your neck, and your body is lurching in all kinds of unfamiliar ways, and it feels like an incredible risk. And yet, why are you on that roller coaster? Because you know it's no risk at all. You know in your thinking brain that it really isn't a risk. Your mammal brain doesn't know that it isn't a risk, and it's feeling a lot of thrills in the solar plexus. Your snake brain doesn't know that it's not a genuine risk, and so it is alert in every cell of your body. Your snake brain is alert, looking out for that incredible risk of danger and planning responses to it, planning hundreds or even thousands of redundant responses to every little lurch in motion in that roller coaster car. And yet your thinking brain knows there's no risk at all. That's what makes it fun, the feeling of risk without any genuine risk. And that's what makes play fighting fun. Play fighting is ubiquitous among everything that we can see. There is a play fighting behavior, especially among the juveniles, the youngins. Play fight. Why do they play fight? It's empathy practice. That's what it is. We talked about this in 9 Empathy. Play fighting is how animals learn how to fight, how they learn how to respond to aggressive behavior from a genuine aggressor or predator. How do they learn how to respond to that? They learn how to do it by playing at fighting, and they play fight. It's fun to watch dogs play fight. It's fun to play fight with dogs. It's fun to play fight with children. It's really a lot of fun to play fight with your spouse. And slap and tickle turns into better and better tickles. It's not fighting. It's not aggression. It's just play fighting. But the play fighting induces the kind of faux fear that you feel on a roller coaster, that kind of faux fear of risk and danger, even though you know consciously there is no risk, there is no danger. And that's fun. And in the same way, the kind of brief and minor stinging sensation that she might feel when he swats her on the butt, especially while they're making love, is like hot sauce on her taco. It enhances the experience. It makes it better. That little bit of pain makes it better. Not a lot of pain. Again, it's play fighting. It is mock aggression. It is not true aggression. True aggression is not play. I don't care what you call it. And restraining people to deprive them of their freedom, this undoubtedly induces that same kind of mock fear, except that there's a greater component of fear to it because you really cannot escape on your own. You really are at the mercy of this other person. And then introducing actual flagellation into this behavior, which is what is going to be shown, be exhibited in 50 Shades of Grey, is bondage and discipline, meaning restraints and flagellation. Whips. This is aggression. These are expressions of hostility. That to do this stuff is to express hostility, and to endure it ultimately is to argue that the hostility is deserved, that you deserve this punishment. These are expressions of fear, of pain, of contempt, of degradation, of humiliation. This is not love. This is no part of this is love, and the actions are not love-making. You are not making love when you're doing this. You're making hate. And you could say that you're making pantomimes of hate, that it's a mock hate, but it's still hate. Hate is hate. Love is love. Hate is hate. Contempt is contempt. Derision is derision. Hostility is hostility. And the hostility that you either express or put up with from your spouse, with your spouse, this is not good for your marriage. This is not good for your marriage. Slap and tickle, very good for your marriage. Whips and chains, no, sorry. Your marriage should be a playground. I talk all the time about the playground as opposed to the dump. Well, your marriage should be one of the most enduringly pleasurable things you do. on that playground. But what makes it a playground is play. The friend you get to play with the most, the best, in ways that you never get to play with anyone else. And you express that with every kind of affection you can think of. And what you reap in consequence is every kind of affection you never imagined. Happy Saint Valentine's Day. My name is Greg Swann. This is the Church of Splendor. I told my wife yesterday that it isn't carny if you don't ask for the money, so I will tell you to go to selfadoration.com, look for the link at the top called I Don't Go to Your Church, and donate. I'm passing the offering plate. I'm asking for the money. This is a church. You can tell because there's an offering plate. I'm a carny. You can tell because I have the guts to ask for the money. So contribute to the Church of Splendor and contribute to the splendor of your marriage with every affectionate display you can think of and every affectionate display you deserve. Bless you. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.